Hi everyone, I'm here today with another thrift haul. This is from my local craft reuse store. I don't have anything really too exciting that I found. This trip was a little disappointing, but I still got some stuff. My store actually has a basement, and in the basement they will chuck down there anything that they haven't sold in a while. And you can stuff a bag for $10. And they use Trader Joe's grocery bag, so you can gauge the size of it. So altogether, I think I paid maybe $12 for everything because I bought a couple things that weren't in the stuff a bag section. They were upstairs. But on my way out, I grabbed some puzzle pieces. They just had them tossed in a bin, and I have something I want to do with them, so I just grabbed a handful of them because I didn't have any, and I was getting ready to walk out the door. So I nabbed those. They have a lot of textiles in their fabric section, and I found these little sample, I don't know what they're called other than samples, but I thought they would be cute to embellish and stick on the corner of a page or corner of a pocket. I particularly like this one, and it's soft. It doesn't feel rough like, upholstery might. And I saw this one too, a bunch of different stripes, different colored. Same stripe, just different colorways. I'll try to get that off as best I can. Yeah, it might come off pretty clean. At least get a good sized chunk that I can use. I also saw this, I guess it's yarn, multicolored yarn. This was the only bit they had. I don't have any like that. Toss that in the bag. A lot of it is just little bits and scraps of stuff. So you really, and they just toss it in plastic, Rubbermaid bins, and you have to dig through everything. It's kind of a hole in the wall, but I get there about twice a year, and I do enjoy going to see what I'll find. I found this pretty pink sheer ribbon, which doesn't show up too great unless you have white behind it. And then you can see how pretty it actually is. So I like that. I like anything pink. I found a piece of fringe, white fringe, so that's great to line a page, and there is a pretty good amount there. I wish I would have found more, but they just didn't have the amount that they usually do. So I guess you take what you can get. I found this trim too, which is very pretty, which would look nice on a pocket, the edge of a page, even maybe on the spine. Wouldn't that look nice on a spine of a journal? I didn't think of that before. I found these index dividers. They were never opened or used. Those are nice to embellish. I came across this straggler Christmas, it's not a postcard, of Santa and baby Jesus, and there's a prayer on the back of it, and it says Windcrest Santa. I don't know what that is, but it's obviously from Texas because there's a little image of Texas down there in the corner. I found these cards. It's a card stock. They're all the same color. They're all that color purple, and that's embossed on there. So I'll probably keep some of them, and then I'll share some in Happy Mail. A lot of this stuff I'll share because I won't need all of it, some of it, but I wanted to stuff my bag. I found some fabric. This was in a clear plastic bag that was sealed shut, so I couldn't really see what was in it, but that's embroidered on there. I don't know if it's hand Now that's machine embroidered. I don't know of anybody with a D or what I'll do with that, but I thought it was pretty. Just a little snippet. That looks like jelly beans to me. This little piece is all I got of this one too. It's very pretty, but I thought, okay, it was stuffed in that bag. I'll keep it and use it for a fabric cluster. This is big enough I could probably use it in a pocket. Different to have it blue and gray. You don't typically see a gray flower. That was interesting. This is kind of a nylon fabric. I don't know what that would have been used for, but I like the color combination in that. And then we have some quilting squares. They're all sweet little prints. They're all flannel, and obviously somebody started a quilt and they didn't get very far with it. But again, you can use them for a pocket, cut them apart, or not, and do it like that at the bottom. Little hearts there. A little blue dot, multicolored hearts. This one, they got to sew 4 of them together in this one, little blue hearts. That's a very sweet little print. I like any tiny petite little floral. This was in one of the bins. I don't know what this is called. It was going to be a table runner, obviously, and it was stitched. Are those just all French knots, maybe? I don't know, but I thought it was nice to use in a Christmas journal. So I picked up the bell, and then there was a candle, and those are the only 2 I saw there. But, you know, why waste all that effort? So I'll put those in Christmas journals. This is almost like a coat. There's a little bit of stretch to it. A coat material, or maybe a jacket from back in the day. I like the greens. This feels like a wool almost. I don't know what that is, but I liked that it was navy and not black and white. So, and anything check is great. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of that one, but because it was pink or rosy toned, I picked it up. This is it's called mulberry is the color, but it's a sample of a cloth for upholstery. It's a little stiff. Same with this one, it's more upholstery, but I grabbed it because I like the greens. This is more like outdoor fabric that you would put on outdoor pillows or cushions, something like that. And this is just a little cotton one, and at first glance I thought it was ballerinas, but it's actually ice skaters. So I thought, in case I ever do a winter journal, or I guess you could do sports, but thought it was cute, thought it was different, so I got it. And then this one, not sure what I'll do with this one, but it was one of the few cotton pieces they had, so I got that one too. I thought I got more than just these 2 stamps, but maybe I tossed them back in. This one says no peeking till Christmas. And this one is a haunted house. Enter if you dare, because I don't have anything that's Halloween-y at all. So I got that. These look like they were craft room or classroom decor. Just some fall leaves. As you can see, they tried to sell them for $1, and they must not have sold, so they put them in the stuff-a-bag section. So I got 2 of them, and I'll probably be sharing some of those in some Happy Mail. This I was kind of excited about. Christmas cards, and they're all kittens. And they are the cutest prints. I did count them already, and it looks like there's only one missing. But look how sweet they are. I'm a cat person. We have 2. And so I was excited to find these. And let me tell you, they are really nice quality. They're very thick. So cute. So sweet. We have a black cat and we have a tuxedo. And they keep us hopping, let me tell you. Very cute. I think there's one more print. Yeah. And the 4 of them at the door. So I got those. I don't think I'll be mailing them. I'll probably just use them in Christmas journals or just even a regular cat journal because they're so cute, and I'll probably share some of those too. These I wasn't sure what they were. I thought it was sticky, but it's not. And it has the texture, if I can peel this off here, of a window cling, but it's clear. So I thought, well, that might work well for a shaker card. But then I thought, well, the point is for it to cling. The sequence, nothing is going to have any movement because it'll all want to cling to the plastic. So I don't know what I'll use these for, but I'm going to try to figure something out. I wondered if I put stuff between it, put cloth down and ironed it, if it would melt and fuse together, almost like a laminating. I don't know, but I'll try it, and maybe if something works, I'll let you know. I'll film it. They have an office supply section in this basement, and whenever I'm there, I always grab a bunch of manila file folders that they have because I go through these like crazy on the back of tags and cards and whatnot. These are a little rough condition, but they'll be fine. I usually buy the ones I use, usually always come from there. They didn't have a huge stockpile of them this time like they normally do, so I got what I could. I also found this graph paper. I don't really need it, but it looks like it's a larger grid on one side and smaller on the other. So I picked it up because, well, stuff a bag, so that's what I was doing. I was stuffing it. I wasn't quite sure what this was when I grabbed it either because I hadn't read this part of it, but they're just index cards which isn't very exciting. But you could store them in a binder and they just pull apart. They're just 3x5 index cards. Nothing too exciting. Those are so easy to come by, but I should have paid closer attention to what that was. I probably would not have picked it up, but there we are. These are some address pages to a day runner. I thought those would be never opened. I thought those would be nice, you know, fold in half and put it in a journal. I like that there's tabs. Of course, not every page will have a tab, but that's okay. Nice to use. And they also had wrapping paper this time, and I have never seen this much wrapping paper there before. Some of it is very retro looking, and some of it was just downright old and had been recycled off of gifts. You could tell where the tape was pulled off. But look at that. Wow, that's loud. Yeah, that was very retro. Same with this. See right there? I kept it because I thought the colors are so vivid. So I didn't want to chuck it. This too looks like it was on a gift at one point. You don't find those colors together anymore. Just some gold dots. Green and white gingham check. Some more green. If this isn't from the 70s, nothing is. Oh, and look at the other side. How vivid that blue is. So pretty. I think we actually had chairs that were almost like this when I was really little. I think we had something like that. This just says happy birthday. Tape is still on there. What's this one? It says gift for you. It has butterflies on it. Again, that looks very 70s in the colors that are on that. It even smells old. You can smell it. That says happy birthday. Oh, how sweet. How sweet is that one? I wish I had a big piece of that. It's very thin. Very, very thin. More butterflies. More butterflies. Could cut those out. Some roses. Again, very old, and I think it was recycled. But you know what? I'm still going to use it. Someone took the time and effort to save it. I'll use it. These look like bags. Just birthday. A solid blue. This is maybe from the late 80s, 90s, I would say. There's toys. I don't know if these are more bags or what. Let's see what these all look like. Oh, that feels like tissue paper. Gift sacks. Oh, I see. I guess you got the bags and the tissue paper together. Huh. They don't sell it like that anymore, do they? Yeah, that's all birthday tissue. It's all the same, with the exception of that lavender piece. Oh, here's some yellow and pink tissue. And then these are bags. Paper bags with roses. How pretty. It's a floral one. Very nice too. Nice to fold in half and put in a journal. That has a tropical vibe to it. Isn't that a bird of paradise, if I'm not mistaken? One with pansies and looks like geranium. Tulip, daisy. Nice. That one's the same. Look at that one in the lavender. Cute. Ivy. Nice for a plant journal. That is loud. Woo! Purple and yellow. And then a little dainty floral. The black background. Oh, I like those a lot. I've never come across those before. And then this is just wrapping paper. Multicolored hearts. This was recycled. You can see where the tape was. But how cool is that? Wonder who printed this. Is there anything? Yep, there's tape right there. I don't want to rip it. I'll have to cut that off. Nice to have. More wrapping paper. A very old bag, little piece of silver stripe. Wedding paper. The bride and the bridal party. Wonder what year that's from. Best wishes, good luck. I'm going to guess that that's wedding paper. It's very thin. It feels very fragile. It's probably quite old. Yeah, there's a nice size piece. I love it. Here's some more wedding paper, wedding wishes. A big piece of that. I got kind of excited when I saw this because I love vintage wrapping paper. More wedding cake on there, wedding bells. Oh, it seems like it's all wedding. The bride and groom. Two pieces of that. I'll probably send some of that out in Happy Mail. More wedding bells. Well, maybe I'll have to do a wedding journal seeing I have all this wedding paper. Just the bells. Silver stripe. Some more silver stripe. This was recycled. Let's see. I don't even know if that one's worth saving. Maybe. More wedding paper, a little chapel, wedding rings, piece of tape right there. Somebody saved their wrapping paper from their wedding gifts. Do people really do wedding gifts anymore, or does everybody just do cash? Here you go. Go get what you want. That's wrapping paper, but it's just plain brown. A light lavender, kind of a tulip print. Some more silver and white. You can barely see the print on that. Very faint. Golden cream polka dot. Looks like something you would find a box of chocolate wrapped in. from back in the day. It's just white. Speaking of chocolate, that's definitely what that reminds me of. It's a candy box. White with silver polka dots. Some more stripes. More polka dots. And recycled. Here's some tulips. This reminds me of a bedspread I had as a kid. It was these colors, maybe minus the orange. I think it was red, yellow, and blue. The green. Here's a whole pack. This is from Current. It looks very 90s. Doesn't have a date. And it's very thick. It looks to be 2 large sections of it. And the gift tags come with it. This is from Kmart. What did they pay for it back in the day? $1.78 on sale. And it was never opened, so we are going to open it. It's all occasion. And because it was never opened, it is in pristine condition. And okay, I see. There's multiple. There's 2 sheets of the pink. And then a sheet of that tulip paper. Red, white, and blue. What's inside of this one? If anything different? Oh, more tulips. They give you a sheet of tulips with every other print. Oh, this is cute. Happy birthday, and it's like a cross-stitch print. Let's see, what's our guess? Did we get tulip paper in here too? Let's see. No, we kind of have like abstract, almost like a rainbow, but it's not. I think that's probably birthday. Yeah, that's birthday. Yeah. Cute. Like that one a lot. I would use that for a gift. Oh, so precious. What's inside here? Let's see. Is it tulips? Is it tulips? No, we've got more abstract. Very nice. Glad I grabbed those. And then they had, I knew what I was getting with this one. This kind of high school football and all the math equipment, pens, pencils, and so forth. And I don't know how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, gee, I didn't realize I have 7 packs of that. And I thought, oh, back to school journal. Perfect. I don't need 7 packs of it. However, so this will definitely get shared. Most of it will get shared in Happy Mail. So if anybody wants some Happy Mail, let me know. And I'd be happy to send some out because I don't need all of that. I guess that was a good find. I enjoyed going through that. It's kind of nice to go pick stuff up blindly almost. You don't know what you're getting. It's almost like the wrapping paper alone was worth $10. Okay, what else do I have? I can get rid of that. In the bins of fabric, I came across this, and I thought, ooh, hand-stitched. It's not. It's definitely not, but I thought it was really pretty. It's kind of large. It would have to be a large journal. I don't know if this was part of a shirt that somebody cut off, because it's, you know, knit, like a t-shirt. But I thought it was pretty. So I just tossed that in the bag. I don't know if I'll use that, but no great loss if I don't. These were in the fabric too. I don't know if I'll be able to get them off cleanly enough without breaking them, but I thought I could put it along the edge of a page, unless that would, I don't know if that would add too much. Not a lot of bulk, but they're samples to something. I don't know what. This I actually paid for. I bought it for the Rick Rack. It was $1.50, but the pink and white polka dot is cute, and the red I'll always use. So I got the red, white, and black Rick Rack. I thought that was good, a pretty good price. And this was the only Rick Rack they had there. That was a little disappointing, because I do like to pick it up there, because they don't charge very much for it, as you can tell. So that's all I got of that. This was in a little bag. Caught my eye because it was red, white, and blue. Again, I didn't know what was in it. So there's just this herringbone trim of some sort. And just these little squares of red, white, and blue fabric, which could make little pockets, little tags, a little bit of red and white, and a little scrap of red. That's all that was in there. Not overly exciting either on that one, but I do want to do a red, white, and blue journal this for the 4th of July. It will be done before that, hopefully. Fingers crossed, so maybe I can use it for that. These caught my eye. I didn't know what they were, but apparently they're like answer cards. Where does it say? It says, pinch correct answer with your fingers on both sides, then show your answer to the teacher. So I guess if you're quizzing a student, I don't know. I've never seen these before. Again, I didn't know what they were used for. I didn't know if they were different on the inside. That's exactly how, well, yeah, I don't know what I would do with them now that I got them and they're all the same. Other than I can use them to make tags and whatnot, I guess. I don't know. Anybody have any ideas? Leave a comment, because I'm at a loss for this one. I thought it went through the whole alphabet, but nope, they're all the same. Well, anyway. And then last but not least, I found a wallpaper sample book. Textures and Borders. I think I saw it's from 1997 or 1996, one of the two. And when you see some of the prints in here, yeah, without question. I'm not a big fan of that one, but I do like these, the plain ones. I like it for the texture. Any marbly kind of thing, and you know, the different colorways. How 90s is that? Yeah. There's the blue one. Let's see. What else? Yeah, very 90s. They had a couple other ones there, but I didn't care for the prints. Like, I like that one a lot. I really got it for just the textured ones. Almost looks like water. All of those, it's just like a ribbed, and all the different colors. And it didn't look like anybody ever cut corners off so they could have a sample of it either. This one's very nice. Like the lavender. Yeah. Not a huge fan of the borders. At least today. I don't know if I would have liked it back in the day. This one's not too bad. This almost reminds me of what my parents had at one point in our living room. It didn't have like the water stained silk. It was more of just a white or cream striped tone on tone. It was a little different. And then just some more textures in the back. And that is it. That's all I found, which I guess it wasn't too bad. Not bad for $12. I can get some I think I'll get $12 use out of everything. But I hope you liked seeing what I found at my reuse store, all my treasures that I hope to use soon. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon, guys. Bye.